All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to get started. Thank everyone for coming out today. Welcome to the Boys and Girls Club. This is the Teen Center. I am the unit director here at the Boys and Girls Club, Terrell Sanders, better known as Mr. T. First of all, I'd like to take a moment and thank our Guardian Club members for coming out tonight. Everybody clap it up for them. Their support year after year to our kids, especially our Youth of the Year candidates, is amazing and appreciated. Look around and you see all these teams, all these youth campus members, Benton Heights in the building, gearing up to move the community forward. Your investment is making all this possible. Let's clap it up for them one more time. Thank you for your partnership. I want to introduce our MC of the night. Everybody know him very well. God looking at you. Freddie Robinson, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's so good to be here. How many people happy to be here? I see all these smiling faces. Oh, that's weak. That was for me. I'll say, okay. How many people really happy to be here tonight? It's a great occasion for our young people. Like he said, welcome to the Teen Center, where things get, the kids come and have a good time, get their homework done and have fun. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited to be your MC tonight. 21. Oh, I heard. That's weak. 21. Man, there you go. I want you guys to do something for me. I want you guys to work with me tonight, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good show. Now, I think our candidates are still interviewing right now. So they're still interviewing, and they should be here in the next couple of minutes. But while I'm here, I have a privilege to meet this lady. I was a young man coming up in the school, one of the greatest young men in school. So I know how I feel to get a whooping in the classroom. I know how I feel. I wasn't that kid that was hard-headed, but I had Miss Maxwell, and I'm super excited to be a part of Miss Maxwell. I'm so happy that she's here. Let's give Miss Maxwell a round of applause. What a great leader we have in the great city of Benton Harbor. I'm so excited about Miss Maxwell. She's a special place in my heart. I'm trying not to cry, Miss Maxwell, but a special place in my great heart. So let's praise God for her. And so I want all the staff today. If you're a staff member for the Boys and Girls Club, I want you to stand for me, please. All staff. Let's give the staff a round of applause. You see all these great people that's working so hard to make sure that the kids have something to do. Okay. And our leader is here today, and Miss Max. When you look at hard work and dedication and love the kids, I see Miss Alloy's face. I go in the definition, I see her face. She loves the kids. She want to make sure you have something to do. When you look at society today is show us that the kids need something to do when they get out of school. And she working so hard to make sure they have something to do. So we do have they coming in, our kings and our queens, Miss Benton Harbor and Mr. Benton Harbor. Can we get them a round of applause? They coming in with Mr. Trippett as the leader. I'm super excited about Benton Harbor. I'm super excited. I know about 7 kids got full ride scholarships to go to college to play either basketball or football. So we doing big things here in this great city of Benton Harbor. I don't care what they say about Benton Harbor. We doing big things. Amen. Amen. So I'm worried that they're not coming in. So let me go to the judges. And let's go with Sky. Is Sky here? Sky Williams. Sky Williams, you in the house? Sky, where you at? Niece, you in the house? You can let's do the national anthem, then we can go from there. Is Sky here? Sky, you ready? How you doing? You do the national anthem. This is a great leader here. Yes. I'm glad to know this young lady. She's doing big things. You want me to sing with you? Or you got it by yourself? You go sit down? Okay.
How y'all doing? Y'all ready? Go. Okay. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glares, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Big shout out to you. Good job, Sky. We give her another round of applause, Sky. Pritchard, awesome job. Let me bring in the judges today. All the judges, let me bring you in today. I've seen their name. Our judges today. Jay Baber for United Credit Union. He works at Ben Harbor branch. So let's give him a round of applause, Jay, as you come in. Come on, y'all. We do better than that. Next, I've been knowing this young man from a long time. A Boys and Girls Club member since he was little. Riante Bell, a Barron County Commissioner and an alumni for the Boys and Girls Club at Greater Southwest Mission. That's my man. Been knowing this young lady a while too. She's doing big things in the great city of Ben Harbor. Let's give Deshauna Robinson a round of applause, the board president for Ben Harbor area schools. All right. We ready for the king and the queen? They coming in. Oh, look at them, y'all. They looking so nice. So let's welcome. Is they name on it? They names on it? Okay. So y'all can give them a round of applause. Y'all can come in. Jaden Meeks, Mr. Ben Harbor 2024. I got to see the names. I know a couple of these faces, but I'm glad you guys are here. Come on, y'all. We can give them a round of applause. How y'all doing? Good.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jaden Meeks. I'm a senior at Ben Harbor High School, and I am Mr. Ben Harbor 2024. I want to thank you all for coming out to support the community, and I thank you all for the invite. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Armani Collins, and I'm Miss Benton Harbor 2024. I just want to thank you guys for inviting us out tonight, and I just want to say good luck to all the candidates. Thank you.
Big shout out to Jaden Meeks, signed his letter going to Wayne State University to play football next year. Big shout out to you, Jalen Meeks. That's my man. Next, we did our announcements. Now it's a big shout out to the parents. Let's give the parents a round of applause. The parents, thank you for allowing your babies to participate here at the Boys and Girls Club, Greater Southwest Michigan. Next on the agenda, I look at it, said a performance by, come on, you ready? Performance by my man, Alex Williams. Let's give him a big shout out, man. It's a great young man, come to the teen center every day and just love. I love what he do. I love his style. I love his rapping style. He's finna give us something. Let's go ahead. Let's get with him.
What's good, everybody? I don't know what it is. I just got talked about in a couple of ways. I ain't gonna lie. Man, they was talking crazy. Hard in the mud. Man, ear to ear. Right. Man, look. Say this in therapy session. You gonna listen to the song, but beware the message. Had to be the headphones. Say your head can just catch it. For real though, I'll tell you it hit different. Look. Say this in therapy session. You gon' listen to the song, but beware the message. Had to find a beat that smooth so your ears can just catch it. And they gon' money on the low, they ain't gotta know them so station. And they gon' hate either way, so the button on stretches. Say they gon' chop out your ass. I can't say I'm a Christian man, but I thank God for my blessings. I was stretched, say I knew I needed, but you needed too, so I'm helping. I ain't never needed a lot, so now I ain't selfish. Be strong in every way, so I'm gonna work on my wellness. Be something great, I'm out the way, I can't help it. If I see something hurt up on the ground, I'ma help you. Think about your consequences, it's always consequent. I can't do no more time, I can do it, but I can't do it, I can't spend my life in it. Ain't no righteousness. So much need. Nah, I ain't writing this. I hop up in the stool, rock the beat like a bike. They gon' watch it like it's YouTube, but that don't mean they like me. I think it's smart enough to fill up in my pocket. So I'm like, that's not the right decision. Look at the price and go get it. I'm trying to keep my life on point, so I'm finding the plan before you go and do something. Think about the final decision. I will put this on the vinyl and go viral. That's wishing. Stay on your side right now. Just be aware of the switch. I was young and getting troubled by granny, had to carry the switch. I'm the some chicken and ride a ferry for Philly. Don't think I ever been on the boat. Get a body at a big sound. I'm gonna write down my wish. And I'm gonna write and go get it. You ain't even in no killer. So why you writing about spinning? I'm making right how I'm living. So I've been on for a minute. Feel like I'm the right person to follow. But if you follow, that's your decision. Man, I don't know what about that was therapy. But I got some out, I guess. No capping, I hope y'all got it too. Hey, let's be safe, be smooth. Do what you want, do what you need. Do what you need to. But make sure you're doing right. Always. If it's wrong, you know, always go fight back. You know what they say about karma. Hey, thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6'2" Raw.
You know, it took a lot of courage to come up here and do that. Some of y'all were looking at him like he was crazy, so we should be praising God that he in here instead of out there. So let's give him another round of applause for Alex. Awesome job. Now, I'm seeing the judges is ready. The judges is ready. I mean, the candidates is ready, Mr. Terrell, to come in. Ready to come in and let's introduce our candidates for tonight. How many of y'all having a good time so far? That's good. Big shout out to the Junior Youth of the Year, Xavier. Big shout out to Xavier Harden. He our Junior Youth of the Year for the Youth Campus. Big shout out to you, Xavier, and all his candidates. They over there at the table. First, I'm gonna introduce this young man. He said, Uncle Freddie, make sure you say my name right. So I'm gonna make sure I say your name correctly. First candidate is Lazarus Ross. Lazarus Ross. So give him a round of applause. Riss. Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. When you wish upon a star, Makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desire will come to you. I've always loved Disney movies. Cliff Edwards' famous lyrics allowed me to dream of a world full of my heart's desperate desire. Peace. At the tender age of 7, I was robbed of my childhood, my innocence, and my agency. Agency to feel safe in my own body, mind, and soul. At the tender age of 7, I was robbed of my humanity and sense of self. The feelings I was feeling was anger, betrayal, confusion, pain, rage, and shame, feelings that daily ricocheted in my mind, violently demanding my full attention and refusing to be silenced. I cried myself to sleep constantly, reliving the horror of my abuse. I believe it was so hard to speak, and because no one can see my suffering, I resigned to suffer in silence. Soon my behavior and my attitude started to mirror the chaos and isolation I felt inside. Year after year, I started to be enslaved to the moment I never chose and dark feelings I didn't want to be responsible for. I was hopeless. I began attending my local Boys and Girls Club at the age of 12. It was where most kids I knew went after school. Little did I know my journey will begin from most of my time spent there. Daily check-ins with Ms. Barb and Ms. Atoya is what I look forward to the most. I help clean up the youth campus and they ask about my day, about school, and about me. The concerns made me feel safe, cared for, and valued. Then I transitioned to the teen center where I found similar solace in the interactions with Ms. Busby, Ms. Anna, and Ms. Tish. They encouraged me to get involved with various programs and encouraged me to connect with other club members. The relentless nudges to do more helped build my confidence, find my voice, and understand that escaping isolation requires openness and vulnerability. The concerns made me feel safe. That safety empowered me to speak of the big, ugly secret that I've been keeping for so long. Defeat the pain was Ms. Busby's message of hope to me. It is the message that informs all that I do. I have decided I will no longer suffer in silence, nor subject someone else due to my silence. As a proud member of the Whole Child Youth Advisory, I am putting advocacy in action by assisting this design of a safe space inside my high school for students who are suffering silently and need the help and support of people who want to invest and help them heal and become whole. I believe the most important safe space is in your mind, and the club helped me find this. It is my goal to help every young person know that true victory in this life is not rewarded with medals and titles. They are rewarded with peace. Thank you.
Awesome job. Let's give him a round of applause. Good job. I have a question for you. What is your strength? What is your strength?
My strength is my emotion, the emotion to care for others and help with the students that are suffering silently and standing up for what is right.
Awesome job. Let's give him a round of applause. Awesome speech. Good job. Next coming to the stage, used to be, I think she was my Torch Club. She was my assistant. I think she was my Torch Club assistant president when I ran Torch Club at the youth campus. And she came over here to the teen center and she was doing great work here. So next, I'd like to introduce Ivana Ellis. Ivana Ellis, come on, let's give her a round of applause.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I went into the house to make pizza rolls and got myself a Pop Tart. In the process, riding back to the park, I dropped the pizza rolls. Me and my 10-year-old self dropped the pizza rolls. When I when I think about it now, dropping those pizza rolls was cruel for shading of what I would have witnessed next. By the time I made it back to the park, my brother, my big brother best friend, who I considered my bonus brother, he was leaving the park, so I followed in behind. The housing complex that I live in was very dangerous, and my mama didn't allow me to go outside. The only reason she allowed me to go outside this particular day was because she trusted my bonus brother. She trusted that he would protect me. She has a good reason too. He helped me with my homework, made sure I ate, didn't allow me to go without anything. He looked out with me for my big brother. He looked out for me just like my big brother. That's what made him family. We were approached by a tin car. The driver was a man wearing an orange ski mask. If you know anything about stories with people that are wearing ski masks, then you will know what it's heading. Do you want to fight or do you want me to shoot him? Was the question the masked man asked his brother before he dropped my bonus brother body. There were two stories about the altercation that led to the murder. They were either playing dice and the sour because of the gunman, brother lost all his money, or a basketball game that was taken to the heart and led to an argument. I don't know if either one of those stories are true, but if you know, but what I do know is that the body doesn't deserve bullets in the street was never supposed to be a grave. I don't remember the sound of anything but his lifeless body dropping. It was heavy, like the weight of all that, like the weight that was all that he was to me. And all that life could have been collapsed instantly. Wanted because wanted because poison is violence. As I continue to grow, I saw the power of poison only increase. Verbally abuse that leads to fighting, that leads to weapons use. That ends and murder becomes common to me. I constantly felt because be kind to express my feelings to a formal staff member, Ms. Busby. She helped me understand that violence persisted because the only way that some people have learned to solve problems. She helped me realize that the only way to stop violence is to educate people on the value of life and how effectively resolve conflicts. In the case of my bonus brother, justice will never serve. For the long time, I wondered if I could have done something differently that would have saved him. I was young, trying to carry a heavy burden. I realized that I can't change the past, but I feel obligated to impact the future. I struggle with I struggle with social anxiety, but I know that the responsibility is tied to my voice. As savage as his murder was, I would be more savage if I didn't try to save at least one person by sharing his story. I'll be committed greater violence by not allowing young people to learn from this experience. In the future, I hope to create a rehabilitation center for the youth that has suffered from violent experience. Help to educate Help to educate them on how most vulnerable particular adolescents who feel the way. I hope to continue to raise awareness. I can help lighten the load. Thank you.
I got a question for you, Ivana. What is your strength? What is your strength?
My strength is taking care of the elderly, helping. My passion is for kids. That's my strength. I feel like that's nothing to. I feel like it's self-explanatory. Me loving, taking care of the elderly, taking care of kids, because I don't want them to go through the same situation that I went through, and I try to prevent it.
All right. Let's give her another round of applause. Good job, Ivana Ellis. Good job. It takes a lot of courage to get behind this mic and talk, so I'm so excited. We should give them a round of applause. They're doing an excellent job, all our candidates. So next on the agenda, we have Brianna Spencer. Brianna Spencer. There you go. We agree.
Not that tall, sorry. The truth doesn't cease to be true because you're too cowardly to speak it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brianna Spencer, and this is my story. I lost myself when I lost my grandmother. Comfort, safety, rest, refuge are the characteristics I would use to describe the home which she bestowed unto me. This home was not confined of a mere four walls and roof, but was balanced in the heart and person of Mom Pat, my grandmother. She was the kind of beautiful that requires you to love because that is what she provided. She was my rock and the kind of firm foundation which every child deserves. She empowered me to believe that I can be extraordinary in every aspect of life while leaving an impact on others. While living with my grandma at the age of 7, nature versus nurture is how I describe my life. The context of the two tongue twisters relates to the biological inheritance given to you at birth and the environmental development throughout your experience. Being a kid, you don't realize the privileges that you have, or at least I didn't. We take the easy route or the hard one is the question that would ring in my ear at every decision I made. It was then I realized my guardians had truly instilled in me the importance of being who I wanted to be and not who I need to be to satisfy those around me. In an attempt to find out who I was, I joined many sports such as basketball, volleyball, cheer, and track. I gained many skills such as leadership, optimism, and courage, which I will use for the rest of my life throughout many endeavors. Taking these newly formed skills, I began to sprout in my community, where I spoke on the news, organized events, and joined multiple clubs and organizations which positively impacted the youth in my city. Regardless of having a crowd root for me or not, I had to stay focused to meet my goals. In December of 2022, I lost my grandmother to her 20-year battle of cancer. My example of what a strong, independent woman should be was gone. I felt as if I was deteriorating away from all of my hard work. Unmotivated to do work for my community and selfish towards those around me, I was no longer myself, but adapting to whom those I surrounded. According to Katie Morton, mental illness occurs when our mental health is compromised or neglected for so long that it affects our ability to function in our everyday lifestyle. Our lies are the submission of the thoughts that we allow to take residency in, whether truth or lies. When realizing I had abandoned many of the truths regarding mental fortitude, which were courtesy of my grandmother, I began working in a program called We the People, where our focus was collective community uplift. I believe helping to raise the consciousness of those around me would benefit me in personal purification. However, my mentors at the Boys and Girls Club taught me that I cannot provide what I do not possess, and that if I wanted to help them, I would have to help myself first. Healing made the hurt in my community tangible. Mental health disorders are commonly emerging in youth, wreaking havoc to our identity, direction, perspective, and purpose. With that being said, this fall I began pursuing my degree in psychology to break the concept of nature versus nurture and to introduce the belief of becoming a product of your expectation. The moment we decide to reflect on life, the moment we forfeit our decision to decide who we are and who we shall be. With that being said, my goal is to ensure that youth will have confidence and be judged and misled through a positive approach. Well, our goal should be better in the lives of future generations. Thank you.
ask you a question. What is your strength? What is your strength?
That's a great question. My greatest strength happens to be my boldness. You can put me in a room with anyone and I will blend in and I will be standing out at the same time. Thank you.
That's amazing. Awesome job by all our candidates. Let's give them another round of applause for all our candidates this year. So, we'll allow the judges to sit back and let that pen do the talking. So, if you want to take pictures by one of the greatest leaders I know, DeAndre Gutledge, you got opportunity to go over there and take pictures. And, you know, I'm looking at them now on the screen. So, this is opportunity that you can get some food or get some cake and mingle with each other. Once again, I am super excited to see everybody in the house today, all the donors and the parents and the judges and Ms. Maxwell and the cabinet. Glad to have you. Miss Kayla. Miss Kayla, Mr. Marcus. Can y'all come to the stage for me, please? Represent. And Miss Priya, I think I said her name correctly. Let's give them a round of applause. These are great people to help. Come on, can I get a drum roll, please? All the candidates, can y'all come up here for me, please? All the candidates, drum roll. I don't hit nothing. Y'all louder than that. Come on, let me hit a roll. Let me hear you. 2024. Ben Harbor Youth of the Year go to Brianna Spencer. 21.
Can you do something for me? But I'd like to thank God, first and foremost, and I'd like to thank my family and almost ups to my grandma. Her name is Patricia. Get it right, respect it, always and forever. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this momentous occasion. My name is Kayla Hurst. I am the academic success coach here at the Joel E. Smilo Teen Center. And it has been my privilege to work with these young people. I gave them one simple command: be beautiful, be bold, be brilliant. And they are beautiful inherently, and I hope that you all know that, and I hope that you know that you demonstrated that this evening. I count it a privilege to have worked with them throughout this process and to get to know them. And I command them to be bold because they have such powerful stories, as I'm sure that you can tell. And I thank you all again for trusting me to help you tell your story accurately, because it's so necessary, right? Our young people, as you can tell, have echoed similar sentiments. They're watching, right? And they can see the ills that are present in our society, and they want to do something about it. And I think as they're grown-ups, right, we owe them so much. We owe them our support. And the last portion of that command was just to be brilliant. They are uniquely equipped with various gifts, and I hope that they continue to exercise those as they continue on into adulthood. I am so proud of you all. Let's give them one more hand. It has also been my pleasure to have some amazing, amazing support. I could not have prepared them for this moment without Marcus and Priya Cannon. Clap it up, please, for Marcus and Priya. Each of them are phenomenal in their own right. They have worked tirelessly with our youth, scheduling evening meetings, scheduling virtual meetings. There was no request that they wouldn't fulfill. And I can't thank y'all enough. From the bottom of my heart, y'all are my people. But that's all that I have. Just back into the hands of Uncle Freddie.
All right. I'm gonna have the unit director come up here, Mr. Terrell. And make sure, young people, y'all leave out quietly, please. Thank you for coming.
Real quick before I say, I want Priya and Marcus just to say something on the candidate's behalf real quick. Priya.
Hi, I'm Marcus.
I'm Priya.
And we just wanted to say it's been such a pleasure working with these candidates. We've been working with Youth of the Year for several years with the teens and sometimes the youth center. And for the candidates to be so vulnerable and share their story we do it to help, but it also helps us to understand who we are and where we've been. And just to hear their journeys really just, we're just honored to always be a part of this experience, and we hope to do it in the future. We also had the opportunity during COVID. The process was a little bit different. There was no in-person Youth of the Year, but we were able to do so virtually. So if we ever move or are traveling, we've got a good system in place where we can actually meet with the candidates virtually as well. So this will be something we'll always try to support because we think it's important. These are future leaders, and we really need those given what's going on in the world today. So we're just really thankful.
All right. Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate your time. I know it's been a busy week. It's been a busy month. All these candidates work so hard, man. You all work so hard. I'm so proud of you. Very. When I say they put in work, I'm talking about work, sweat equity. They put in work. Thank you all.
All right. So honored. I have one more thing on the agenda. So honored to introduce this scholarship. Miss Virginia Ellen Maxwell is the founder member of the Boys and Girls Club of Ben Harbor. She served as a member of the board of directors since the club incepted and helped open the club back in 1998. She spent more than 36 years as an educator and administrator guiding the children of Ben Harbor. Virginia continued to work for the club as children and marriage member of the board and as a volunteer. She had generally established a scholarship fund to help club kids go to college, technology school. Tonight, the Youth of the Year honoree will also have a represent $1,000 scholarship for Virginia Maxwell. So let's give her a round of applause, Miss Maxwell. Thank you so much for your time, your love, your passion, that you care for the great city of Ben Harbor and the city, the Boys and Girls Club. You've been doing a magnificent job. We can't appreciate you enough for what you do. So let's give Miss Maxwell a round of applause for her scholarship. So I am done. I'm done. I think everybody had a good time. Once again, I tell the parents, the donors, come to the building and see what we do. We're doing big things here at the Boys and Girls Club. Once again, all our family members and all our donors, glad to see you, Mr. Triplett, glad to see you as well. Just glad to have family in the house, Ben Harbor Pagic, and all the donors. It's nothing like family. And this is what we do. All win, all on be successful, all on take Ben Harbor to a whole nother level. That's the most important thing. When you look at the teen center, you look at all what's happening in this world, we have a place for the teens to go that don't be positive, they don't be safe, they don't learn, they don't get the academics done, and they don't go to school because you got Miss Kate. All right, I am done.